Hello Prithvi, good evening.
Hi Prasha, good evening. Today we are going to see IPMAT Rohtak 2025 paper analysis. So I think you already saw your paper, right?
Yeah, the
Uh,
verbal part was pretty easy and also pretty tricky.
okay. For me, quantitative aptitude is very easy. People can attempt at least 35 questions in this part.
Oh,
And if you have to see any questions, I mean, there are no like surprises in the paper. And if you have to see any questions in this, they are very easy, like the boards and streams problem.
yeah, but I've
Which
heard that analytical reason has also come into the paper this
you
time.
know, like whenever there is a math question in anything, like in logical also there'll be math problems like number series and clocks and calendars. They can be asked in quant as well.
Okay.
So because of that, they ask some questions in quant, but it's okay. They can be easily solvable. And coming to the simple calculations, see how easy they are. This is normal number series.
Okay.
Okay, it's a series of an odd numbers, and it's a square. They are asking about squares, simplifications, simple simplifications, and they are asking about speed, which is given in kilometers per hour. They have to convert in meters. That's it. Very easy questions they are, and some critical questions like this: what is banker's interest of 540, which is 90? Students may face difficulty here. Apart from that, remaining all questions were easy, and the students said that they could attempt 39 questions out of 40. So I rate this part is very easy questions, and they can score heavily in this one.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
And coming to logical reasoning also, it's very easy, and some say that it's time consuming. Let's see those questions also. Like in logical, we got blood relations like this in equation form. What if plus is represented as brother and multiplication is into mother? These are a little bit time consuming, but they are very easy. Giving in a paragraph form, so they are a little bit time consuming, and remaining are very easy. Syllogisms.
So someone who could manage time could actually score very good marks.
Yes,
right?
very nicely, because they are all solved only in our mocks and in our classes also. We have solved everything in this.
Okay.
So these are very easy. See the coding and decoding part also, where alphabets related coding. BAT is coded as 2120. We can see directly the code as one. Direct ranking. Okay. So remaining analogies and finding the ranks of in an order. These are very easy questions which we have solved in our class only. So I think people will rock in this examination up till quant and logical. But I don't know about verbal. So please take on verbal.
Yeah, let's look at verbal also. Yeah. See, as we can see, yes, I think if they attempt more than 29, it's a pretty good attempt here.
Okay.
And yeah, when it comes to RC, reading comprehension, there are some mixed remarks here, because some from the two RCs given, some say that one is pretty easy, ma'am, but the other one is a bit moderate. I think people have faced a little bit difficulty there. It's not difficult, it's just a bit moderate when it comes to
I think they
RC.
need some more practice on reading comprehension for reading speed.
Yeah, only that one. Other than that, when it comes to spellings, it was pretty easy. Etiquette, diarrhea, and we had around 3 to 4 parajumbles, and among that, only one was pretty moderate, and the other 3 were easy. That was the talk I received from students. And when it comes to error corrections and tenses and subject verb agreements, they were pretty easy, like present participle and present continuous tense, something like that. Okay, and yeah, but when it comes to analogy, I think this time students were like, ma'am, I think we need a little bit of GK. That is, I think personally, I think you
that's
always,
Chanakya question.
Yeah, Chanakya, Chanakya belongs to India, but Marie Curie belongs to, that was a bit a GK thing. And
Polish,
also,
right?
Yeah,
Polish, right?
Yeah, she's Polish. But there was also one more question, like lion belongs to jungle, so what about otter? But personally, I think when it comes to analogies, you always need to have some GK knowledge. Otherwise, how can even people come up with
that part? I think
questions?
is tricky in verbal.
Yeah, it is tricky because you need to have a GK base, not just for this exam. I think in any exam, when it comes to analogies, we need to have some GK. And idioms were pretty easy and straight, like apple of the eye. And conjunction questions were also easy. That is what I heard. And there was this one word substitution question which was asked about a person who studies patterns of vote counts, and he's known as cephalogist. I don't know, even this is a bit of GK question. So we really can't touch the root word thing here. It is actually a GK based question. So apart from these, synonyms and antonyms were also pretty easy, like exodus, perplexed. They are, anyone who reads non-fiction books can easily mark them. And apart from that, yeah, I think we covered everything here. So only the RC part and a bit analogy and this one word substitute part was a bit moderate. Apart from that, everything was else. I can say it's like pretty easy
So
to
you
moderate.
say 26 plus questions. So the student who scores, I mean, who attempts more than 26, what would you say for him? Like, is that easy to crack IPMAT Rohtak now?
Yeah, it is. We can't say it is easy because I think the cutoff would increase this time.
Why? You're saying it's tricky, so will
Yeah,
that go
it is
down?
a bit tricky, but there are only like when we see it's like around as per the student's talk, I have seen that let us take one RC. So in one RC, let us say there are like at least 3 questions which are tricky. Okay, so and plus there are like we have discussed 3 questions which are a bit of GK related, right? So here we have 6 questions. Let us say all of the 6 are wrong. So how many do we have left? Are we left with? We have like 34, right? Out of 40, we have 34. Now in this 34, obviously students might make some mistakes. So I think, yeah, let's go with 30 plus.
Acha.
Okay, let's go like that.
So compared to previous year question paper, how would you rate this paper? I mean, verbal part.
Verbal part, I think it's pretty same. Not too many surprises. It didn't deviate from any pattern. Okay. Generally, there is a mixed thing about this one. Generally, we have 3 RCs. In every paper, we had 3 RCs, but this time I heard some students saying it's only 2 RCs. Maybe only that one particular thing is a bit of structural change. Apart from that, I think it followed the same pattern.
So for the students who are preparing IPMAT Rohtak for the next year, what would you suggest for verbal part?
For verbal part, I would say keep reading your non-fiction, not the fiction books. Keep reading your non-fiction books, and the idioms, they always play a major role because we do have at least 3 to 4 idioms every year. Okay, and also this year I didn't hear anything about phrasal verbs, but we cannot take any chance on the phrasal verbs. Okay, so RCs would be the regular practice that would be going on, and the grammar part, tenses, active passive, subject verb agreements, it's very easy this time, but you can never trust the paper, right? You should keep practicing them. And parajumbles, as I said, one is a bit tricky, so keep practicing parajumbles too. So the one you need to practice again and again would be your parajumbles and your RCs. And the grammar part, when it comes to grammar part, it's like your idioms, phrasal verbs. Sorry, this is vocab part. When it comes to your grammar part, it's your tenses and active passive subject verb agreements. And apart from that, if you want to keep up with your vocabulary, just go with your non-fiction part. That would be fine.
So I think even verbal, just like quant and logical, we have to maintain the status quo.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so shall we move to the cutoff?
Yeah.
So in quant, I think if a person has 90% accuracy, quantitative can be very a cakewalk for them. So 38 questions with 90% accuracy, they can easily score 125 plus. And coming to logical, 35, I think even it's less. 35 will be very easy for everyone. So for them, 120 plus scoring is very easy in quantitative and logical with 90% accuracy.
Okay. So yeah, previously I said that 30 plus, right? That is for an average student. Okay, when it comes to someone who is very good and who has been practicing for at least 6 to 8 months, I would say the good attempt would be 37 plus. Okay, so from that we can say maybe the score could go 130 plus, and I think by calculating the overall we'll get around 375 plus. Yeah, maybe
so 375 plus would be a good score.
Yeah, it might be very near to cutoff also. So let's see, guys.
Okay,
all the best.
So we will meet in a detailed analysis of if Rohtak announces the response sheet. Thank you, guys.